bit of a homecoming for you, 3 years in Mackay, and you go back there to play. It's sort of, you've got good memories of being up there?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I played one year of rugby league prior to that in Perth, WA, but I'd say Mackay's where I did most of my learning. That's where I had to really learn the game. I was under a pretty professional environment, like it was only semi-professional football, but had Kim Williams, Jim Wilson and Steve Shepherd, like 3 great coaches that instilled a pretty professional environment. So, gave me the opportunity to learn as much as I could and prepare me for this level.
What are your memories, mate, of the city, the place, what you're doing up there?
That's where I met my wife. So, just young fella in love, and then ended up down straight, got married. So that's the main thing I think about. But footy-wise, cyclone weather and some sprays from the coach because I had no idea what I was doing. So got a couple of good combination there.
What were you doing when you were playing footy?
When I wasn't playing footy, I was playing a lot of PlayStation. So married now with a 1-year-old. So that time that's past me now. I've given that in. So focus more on the family.
What about for work?
For work, I had a couple of jobs. I was working in a cafe making coffees once a week. I worked at Campbell's cash and carries I used to stack pallets, and one of the back rowers on the side, Andrew Davey, who's moved on to play NRL as well. He was a chippy, so every time he needed a labourer, I'd go and help him.
It's been a pretty good story for you so far since you returned back to Queensland at the Broncos. This is close to the starting side, and that wing spot's sort of yours to lose now.
Oh, look, I'm not too sure. I'm just approaching every single game, no matter what jersey I wear, whether it's at training, first grade, reserve grade, whatever. I just approach it with the same mentality that I just want to attack it, give it 100%, and let my effort do the talking. If I make mistakes, whatever, things happen. But as long as I can get in the sheds and say I gave it 100%, then I can live with that and be happy with that.
Can I ask you this? The side that Kevin's said, and he said it's his strongest side bar the halves, and there's still a few things. You obviously, in your mind, want to start for round one. Is that been your goal since you've been here?
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone in this 1 to 30 is keen to play first grade. I'm no different. So I've been training the house down and just trying to put my best foot forward. And if I get the round one jersey, it'll be emotional. It'll be very excited, but also be ready because I've done the work here and prepared as best as I can.
What do you think you bring to this side?
Me, passion. Okay, that's all I really can bring. I'm just a high energy bloke. You see me pacing around here waiting for this interview to start. I just got a lot of energy. So I try to bring that to the field, but also bring that to my teammates. So try to pick up especially the middles. I'm always real appreciative of the hard work they do. And, Lord forbid I don't have to go in there one day. So always try and pick them up and encourage them. And things go bad, I always try to pick up my teammates. And I just try and be as positive and bring as much energy as I can.
You're pretty high energy edge with you and Tony then, because he's not exactly shy and retiring.
Nah, yeah, it's good. I mean, it's contagious. So he's a million miles an hour and he's super athletic. So I just try and do what I can to match him and just talk and help out as much as I can on our edge.
Have you found the role of the wing has changed an awful lot? Now you nearly need to be, in some ways, a middle forward where you're bringing the ball back for your side. That in years gone by, the wing, it wasn't as important with the carries, but now a winger's role is as important as any of those middle forwards with that first carry.
I mean, from the old game that you're speaking of, I was a Union supporter, Union player. So I didn't really. So when I did come into rugby league, it was like 2015, 2014, and my coach at the time, Kim Williams, had a Storm background. He was pretty imperative that that's my job, that I got to take the tough carries, and he made sure that I was there. There's one game where I had 8 carries, and he pulled me into his office and said, "That's not good enough. Like, we need you having 15 plus, 150 meters a game. That's your job. That's what I need you here for." So ever since I've had this role of being a winger, that's always been my mentality: is get my hands on the footy as much as I can and bring it back with as much energy as I could.
You have to pinch yourself thinking from when you were in Mackay playing thing, and then you're now here wearing Broncos.
Yeah, all the time. I remember my father-in-law. We drove past Suncorp one day, and he said, "You ever played there, mate?" And I just laughed. I said, "No, I never played there. What are you kidding?" But yeah, now had a couple of games there, and he even brings it up himself and says, "Remember that time I drove past?" And I was like, "Yeah." So yeah, I do pinch myself for sure.
And you put it down to hard work and then giving up, that type of stuff, or is it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no one gets in this facility without working hard. It's just a non-negotiable. You've got to work hard if you want to go anywhere, and that's for any career.
You were a rugby fan, and obviously, who are the blokes that you looked up to in the rugby world prior to crossing over the league?
Oh, growing up, Jonah Lombi, like every young kid, I had the haircut, had the bald, the fringe, everything. I wanted to run like him. I never passed like him. I just ran the ball, and that was always my hero there. But yeah, anyone from the Hurricanes, the whole back line, they were all, you know, people that I looked up to.
Jonah could have made it in league, and a lot of that with those carries, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Matt Jordan today, no Albert Kelly. Can
Yeah.
you tell why that was?
Today at training?
Yeah.
I think he had some symptoms. So obviously we've got pretty strict protocols here. So if you got a runny nose and you tell a doctor you can't come in. So I think he had some symptoms, something like that. I don't know what the symptoms were, but you know, they're pretty strict here. So yeah, they don't want to take any chances. So I think that's the case there.
And he's in that halves battle. How fierce is that halves battle in training?
Oh, I wouldn't say it's. I'd say it's healthy competition. I think they all want to make each other better. It's not like they don't talk to each other, or when someone's in, let's throw him a bad pass so he looks bad. There's nothing like that. It's healthy competition, and coach has got he's got a really healthy conundrum to look after. He's got a pretty tough decision, but a good one to have. You want to have 4 or 5 good players that you have to choose from, rather than one really good player and a couple of I don't know. So it's like the type of problem the coach would want to have, I'd say.
Perfect.
Good luck, mate.